This is Real News Media TV, coverage you can trust. Please like, share, subscribe, and hit the notification bell. Select all for daily news updates. Good evening, my Real News Media TV family. Welcome back to the channel for another news update for April 10, 2023. And in the news this evening, teen slips and drowns in St. Anne River. A teen reportedly drowned after slipping into a river in Oteria, St. Anne on Sunday. The deceased has been identified as 19-year-old Ramon King of a Kitson address in St. Catherine. Police report that around 3 p.m., King allegedly drowned after he slipped and fell into the river. Residents alerted the lawman, and he was later fished from the river. Cobb succumbs to injuries from St. Mary accident. 30-year-old Adrian Pendley, the policeman assigned to the Port Maria Traffic Department, who was seriously injured in a motor vehicle accident on Saturday, has succumbed to his injuries. The Jamaica Constabulary Force made the disclosure in a release on Monday, stating that the untimely passing of the constable has left the organization in deep mourning. It is with deep regret that we mourn the tragic passing of Constable Adrian Pendley of the St. Mary Division, who succumbed to injuries sustained from a motor vehicle accident while on duty on Saturday, April 8, 2023. His tragic and untimely passing has left us in deep mourning, the release read. According to reports, Pendley was riding his service motorbike when, upon reaching the Wilderness Main Road, a motor car stopped and one of its passengers opened the door, hitting the police officer from his motorbike into another vehicle, which was traveling in the opposite direction. He was rushed to the Anoto Bay Hospital for treatment and was later transported to the University Hospital of the West Indies, where he later succumbed to his injuries. Guyanese women charged for cocaine seizure at the Seizure International. 2 Guyanese women have been charged following a cocaine seizure at the Seizure International Airport in St. James on Tuesday. They are 21-year-old Oshara Moses, self-employed, and the 27-year-old Obiki Moses, chef, both of Georgetown in Guyana. The Jamaica Constabulary Force's Corporate Communications Unit says about 7:30 p.m., both women checked in at the airport to board a departing flight to the United Kingdom. During a search of their luggage, 9.5 kilograms of cocaine was reportedly found. They were subsequently charged with possession of cocaine, dealing in cocaine, attempting to export cocaine, and conspiring to export cocaine. The women are to appear before the St. James Parish Court on April 12. Body found in canal in Dunby holding no foul play suspected. The body of a man was found in a canal at the Port Henderson pump station on the Dunby Holding Main Road in St. Catherine on Easter Sunday. The deceased, up to press time, was still unidentified. He is of dark complexion, slim built, about 5 feet 6 inches tall, with a short black hairstyle, and appeared to be in his early 50s. Information reaching the news is that around 11:30 a.m., residents pounced upon the body and summoned the police. Upon their arrival, they saw the deceased holding onto a bicycle in the canal. He was clad in a dark gray shirt, dark gray jeans pants, and was barefooted. The police said the body had no marks of violence and no foul play is suspected at this time. There were, however, bruises on the neck and a small laceration to the chin. The body was fished from the canal and transported to the Spanish Town Hospital before being transferred to the morgue for post-mortem. The police said initial investigations uncovered that the now deceased was spotted on the Dunby Holding roadway on Good Friday, appearing to be drunk and riding his bicycle recklessly. Police are probing if the death is as a result of a motor vehicle accident or if he fell into the canal. St. James Police list Jermaine Mackenzie as a person of interest. Police in St. James are seeking Jermaine Mackenzie for questioning in connection with recent gun-related activities in Flanker, St. James. Mackenzie, otherwise known as Gio of Flanker and the Salt Spring addresses, is being asked to report to the police. Anyone knowing his whereabouts is being asked to contact the Montego Bay Police Station at 876-684-9080 or 119. Praedial larceny still plaguing farmers in western Jamaica. Several parish managers representing the Jamaica Agricultural Society in western Jamaica say Praedial larceny continues to be the biggest problem plaguing farmers across the region. The parish managers who were attending the Montpelier Agricultural Show held at the Montpelier Showground in St. James on Easter Monday told the news that Praedial larceny is a huge setback for farmers. Otis Sherman, the JAS parish manager for St. Elizabeth, told the news that Praedial larceny is a rampant crime in his parish. Praedial larceny especially affects the livestock farmers. For example, the goat industry has been suffering and had reached a crucial point where farmers had to be out there watching their livestock, as Sherman stated. He said farmers have to come up with various methods to ward off thieves, such as the use of cameras and various technologies he said he did not want to disclose publicly. 5 Burger King employees charged with fraud. 5 Burger King employees accused of stealing nearly $10 million from the Harborview branch have been charged. The employees were charged by fraud squad detectives with several counts of larceny as a servant, conspiracy to defraud, breaches of the Proceeds of Crime Act, and engaging in transactions involving criminal property. The 5, including a supervisor, were each offered a station bail in the sum of $400,000 and are to appear before the St. Andrew Parish Court on May 12. The Burger King employees were arrested last week after an audit revealed that millions had been defrauded from the Harborview branch. It's alleged that the fraud was committed over the period December 2022 to March this year. The employees are accused of pocketing the funds after voiding orders that were legitimately placed by customers. Restaurant Associates of Jamaica Limited, which manages the Burger King franchise, is conducting a follow-up audit to determine the extent of the fraud. NWC systems being affected by theft of data logging equipment. The National Water Commission has reported that the theft of at least 7 specialized data loggers from its water supply network in the corporate area in recent months has left it unable to properly monitor its systems in some areas. The company said the data loggers are connected to the water supply pipelines and provide important system information such as flow and pressure measurements, as well as remote electronic updates. NWC added that with this critical infrastructure in place, it would normally be able to operate its water supply in a smarter, more efficient and responsive manner. Consequently, the loss or damage of the loggers prevents the NWC from being able to monitor pressures and flows, identify systems issues remotely, initiate responses in real time, and even predict and control pipeline breaks and other issues in the immediate area, it said in a media release on Monday. According to the NWC, the thefts cause blind spots on its water supply network and could lead to disruptions in service to customers and a significant reduction in the quality of service in the areas in which they have been stolen. The NWC said while the equipment is of great importance and value to it, it is unaware of the data loggers being of any use to the persons who steal them. The NWC stated that the thefts have occurred despite the fact that the equipment is securely locked up. The utility provider is appealing to the public to report any observance of unscrupulous persons tampering with the blue hydrant like pillar boxes or any other part of its network to its security department at 876-929-354025. It's 888 call NWC toll-free number or the police. The NWC said since 2015, it has spent over US $50 billion to upgrade its water supply network in the corporate area. This included installing thousands of data loggers, specialized valves and other control devices to establish nearly 150 pressure zones across the 1,700 kilometers of pipeline network to reduce losses and improve system efficiency. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe, and hit the notification bell. Select all for daily news updates.